hello and welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, Yatin, the markets are extremely flat.
Yeah.
We are holding above that 17,600 mark, but it's as flat can be. Even the Sensex was up just about 50 odd points or thereabouts. The broader markets have once again started outperforming the benchmarks. They were up 0.2% or thereabouts when I last checked. Even the advanced decline ratio was in favor of gainers.
Yeah.
But one level to watch out for on the Nifty would be somewhere around 17,570. That appears to be the 200-day DMA, and the Nifty did slip to somewhere around 17,590 in intraday trade. So that is one level that has to be watched out for. When you look at the sectoral movers, you had the likes of realty and pharma under pressure. No surprises then. Divi's lab, which was among the gainers for the last 2 days, is now the top Nifty loser.
Yeah.
Aside of that, Eicher Motors, HCL and DRL are some of the other losers. FMCG pack is also under pressure. And when you look at the Nifty gainers, you have the likes of Tata Motors. There has been news flow on that counter. JLR will be, spending somewhere around $19 billion on the EV segment over the next 5 years. And on the back of that, Tata Motors is among the top gainers on the Nifty. Aside of that, one more thing I want to say before I toss to Yatin for the mid-cap check. HCL Tech reporting numbers today. It is
I think
expected
5 o'clock?
5:15 around.
Okay. 5 o'clock the numbers will come.
5:30 is the presser. So constant currency revenue growth is expected to decline somewhere around 1 to 2%. It's expected to mirror what TCS and Infosys have done, but important to note that JP Morgan had already put the stock under negative catalyst watch, right, citing near-term risks. So that earnings is something that we'll be watching out for. But on the other hand, Mastek up 13% on the back of very strong performance. Yatin, take us through it, and of course all the other mid-caps that are buzzing.
So Nandita, if you look at Mastek and the kind of moves, we had a very solid quarter for that mid-cap IT company. And the thing with mid-cap IT companies is that if there are 2-3 right clients, 2-3 big orders, they are able to post a better CC revenue growth. Yes, the large cap IT companies, the likes of TCS, Infosys and HCL Tech are expected to be in that 1-2% CC revenue growth kind of range moving ahead. But yes, if you look at the mid-cap IT companies, 4-5% CC revenue growth excites the markets because there is growth, and when there is growth, the stock reacts positively. So that is one stock which is doing well on the back of good earnings. Paytm, today Motilal Oswal came out with the initiating coverage report. They expect a 34% upside in Paytm shares because they do believe that the loan book growth and the kind of key segmental growth for core profitability would augur well moving ahead. In fact, if you look at Paytm, a lot of brokerages have been giving targets upwards of 800, 1000. Recently, Macquarie also upgraded the stock. So yes, they have been doing well in terms of the loan book, in terms of merchant payments. Their core payment business is also doing well. Yes, there is a roadblock from RBI from onboarding new clients, but I think that is something which the company is working closely with the RBI to resolve the issue. Also, we had Container Corporation of India. That stock has been the top F&O gainer. Today, Goldman Sachs upgraded the stock to buy with a target of 720 because they expect the railways to get containerized, and the container movements, dedicated freight corridor, the advantage of rail transport to road transport should benefit Container Corp, and more importantly, the valuations of Container Corp according to Goldman Sachs have been below the long-term median average, and hence from the valuation perspective and from the business perspective, they like the stock of this company. And yes, Tata Communication also dismal quarter, but
stock is up 3%.
Stock is up 5%. Nandita, last time I checked. The reason being that they have onboarded 900 new employees during the quarter, because of which there was lumpiness in the employee cost. But yes, growth in the coming years should be strong according to the management, which spoke to CNBC just a while ago.
Right, aside of that, other result reaction is ICICI Securities. Contrary to how Angel One reported great numbers, ICICI Securities saw a 20% dip in its profit on a YY basis. And on the back of that, the stock was down somewhere around 4% or thereabouts. I was just looking at a flash. Brent crude has slipped below that $83 per barrel mark, and Asian Paints was reacting to it. Indigo Paints was up somewhere around 8% in today's session.
8% up right now.
So I think it's the crude impact that's is playing out rather on some of these paint companies. Aside of that, Marico is one company that's at a 52-week lows. Any other companies that you're spotting somewhere around 52-week lows or highs that need to be highlighted?
Yes, so Marico is at a 52-week low, but if you look at the 52-week high list, we have GMR Infra, ITC, which have hit a fresh 52-week high. Also, if you look at the small cap end of the market, we have a lot of stocks which are quite active. The likes of RVNL, that stock is up 3%. RBL Bank is up 2%. We also have the likes of City Union Bank, that stock is up 3.5%. Raymond is up 3%. HEG Graphite, Nandita, we spoke about it a few days back. Today also there is good traction in all of these stocks. So very stock specific action, sector specific action seen in the mid cap end of the market.
Right, anyway, banks and autos are doing well in today's session. Well, with that, I think we've highlighted all the stocks that are actually buzzing in today's session. But, Yatin will be back with all the market action at 3:30 after the market close. So, tune in for that as well. But right now, I think we are done with this midday market mood check. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Moneycontrol.